Alright, so I want to get. I've been trying to say this shit for too fucking long, bro, and it's imperative that I do because you won't get the rest of the shit that I'm talking about. So let's get it. Alright, so Delta, right? Delta variant, if I'm not mistaken, came around July 27th, August 19th, from the energy of Aquarius and Leo working together in unity for the Lionsgate portal. Phases, it was going through gamma rays, phases of the moon, is really phases of the sun. Uh, since last year, we've been starting the Delta energy. That's when the Lionsgate portal opened, right? And since then, we've been going, really since coronavirus came, since Corona came, we've been going through A through Z. It's a chart. But A through Z actually represents the 3693 energy, or what you would say 369. Or in other words, like the man who fell from Earth, it represents the 360. Because, yeah, it represents the 360s. The carbon and the ether and the hydrogen. Alright, so peep game. Delta definition in gematria, B117 means energy cycle. Delta means denoting a change in energy levels, and the arrows is indicated in the reaction it precedes, meaning like on the lasso, it goes, and the arrows be going all different directions, like hitting the magnetic field and all that extra shit. That's what it's talking about. The energy coming off the sun, like the CMEs and all of that. Because that's what the corona, the visual is the corona, but when you see the corona, that's what be going on. Feel me? Coronal mass ejections in different phases. But it's not all, it's hitting everything that's around it, right? Because everything's rising. It's not just Chi, but Chi is in the middle of the golden age energy. So 100% supposed to be hitting Chi, bringing Chi energy here and around, because it's trying to bring back balance. It's not really, it's bringing back balance because the natural light is actually hitting it the way it's supposed to hit. Like, the magnetic field was just blocking it, like UV tints or like dark tints. Illegal tints are actually UV blockers, right? So Delta means denoting a change in energy levels, right? And in business, it means the ratio of the change in the price of an option to a change in the price of an underlying asset. Delta is a triangle. So Delta, in my if you see my name, the triangle down represents the sun, because Delta means UV. It also means increased increments. It also means radio communication. This Delta code name is for radio communications. And it talks about variations and variable functions. But that's when it comes down to you as a variant, because this UV is a reactant to your cells. The heat plus the light is a reactant to your cells. And it could be a positive, making you a positive variant, a negative variant, or nothing happens at all. You just be neutral or the same way. So look, so that being said, Delta emits purple, which is crown chakra color, when it rises to its levels, right? That's what purple represents. That's what UV is, ultraviolet. Violet purple is the crown chakra, meaning a lot is clicking right here. One of your sons is waking back up. Feel me? If you want to use symbolism, you got a red sun and a blue Kachina, right? Your blue Kachina is hooking up to Sirius, or Sirius, soul, right? coming from one of the first suns, right? Because Sirius light from the Sirius star system, it actually comes down through Helios and then to Kai. So, and then CERN uses what came from the third sun, or the same concept. They use Munu energy, or the lunar frequency, to connect CERN to NERN through Saturn. So they're harnessing energy from the alignments, because Saturn, feel me, they're harnessing energy from the alignments, but it helps connect the NERN, right? So as these portals are opening, how like Sirius comes through Helios, the light, into Earth, the light side, another side to it, is going to try to open up through CERN, making a battle. It's already been a battle, especially if you chose, especially if you still sleep. There's something in you still trying to wake you up. That is your soul, because your solar plexus connects to the solar system. Your soul connects to the solar system. When you talk about everything living is connected to your soul is the Akashic Records. So like, that's why I said, you can't kill me, because the shit is in me forever, in my soul. And my soul is something you can't have, or my people, I'll say. So let's get back. So look, variant, right? It was the Delta variant, right? The Delta variant was the name. Corona, then Delta. Then Delta had the mutations, because as the UV increased, your cells begin to mutate, right? But the thing is, don't put too much emphasis or too much thought into mutation, because it's really simple. It's metamorphosis. Alright, so the thing is, with the mutation, a gain of cell or a loss of a cell is considered a mutation. So either a positive variant, you being a positive variant with this energy, with the light, a negative variant, or nothing happens at all. So a lot of people are awakening, and they're starting to eat right and start tapping in right, because in metaphysics, they attack the metaphysic, the meta of you, because of the physical and the mental, which attacks to one sun and the other sun, right? And your mother energy and your solar connects to that, making a triangle, really. Feel me? So like, the variant though, variant is another version of something. That's why they called it variant. I'm telling you why they use these names, because these names really had meanings, and you can't sleep on these fucking meanings, especially if you're trying to figure out what it really means. So I'm gonna just help you out. So variant, definition of variant is another version of something. Variant in medical terms, that's what I mean. These words they use, especially if they go back, you really, to understand English, you have to look at its origin. Its origin comes from Latin, Greek, Hebrew, most likely, and then some of their origin comes from the Phoenicians and all that shit. So it's like, to really truly get what they're trying to say, you have to look into that word. But the thing they're doing to attack your metaphysical body is pathology or psychology. Pathology is biology and psychology together. Biology and chemistry. They're making biochemistry, because bio and chemistry put together, right? The study of life, the drugs they're giving you, and then how your cells react and your nervous system, the things in your environment. Biology, chemistry, pathology, right? So, variant, let me repeat again, because it's something you have to understand. I'm going to say Delta. Delta denotes a new change in energy levels on the arrows and indicates the direction and reaction proceeds in north, south, east, west. Delta is a code name for radio communication. Delta emits ultra purple color like your soul, representing crown chakra. Right? Variant is another version of something. Okay, B117 means energy cycle. Right? Variant is another version of something. Variant in medical terms means any change in the DNA sequence of a cell variant may be caused by exposure to DNA damaging agents in the environment, meaning radiation. Right? This radiation and heat actually could be good for you or it could be negative for you. Not all frequencies will tune something that's not even built for the tuning. So when it's not built for the tuning, the cells actually make a negative effect. So most of the interference that will come inside, like say I'm built for the tuning. If I take an injection that's not natural, because the sun is already giving me my injections. So if I take an injection that's not normal, that's an interference in sub-cell division. So look, so you being a variant, any change in the DNA sequence of a cell variant may be caused by exposure to DNA damaging agents in the environment. Any changes caused by a mistake during cell division, or they may be caused by exposure to damaging agents in the environment. Variants can be harmful, beneficial, or no effects. So during sub-cell division, right, you have a natural process going on. Antimatter is ether is connecting to the atoms, right? So their replica is using graphene oxide, like venom, to be a replica of a variant in you. So you have a 9 ether version, and then you have a graphene version, right? Because graphene actually has not rose quartz, but quartz crystals inside of it. And one of the black crystals, I can't remember, might be like tourmaline or something like that. But it actually deals with those crystals. The clear quartz, because the clear quartz holds the charge. And they're manipulating that, right? Let me not get into that right now, though, because that was going to mess up the flow. But look, so during sub-cell division, your cells are literally splitting. Like say one cell is duplicating its one cell into 3. So now it's like a combination of 4, low key. They're going to say 3, but in my eyes, knowing 4 represents Zen, or in the negative, it can represent Satan. And the Xeno that they're putting in you to correlate, well, the 5G and all that shit, it's called a Xenobot. But it deals with the energy of a micron, right? So a micron comes around more, to say, from like September to March. So that being said,